Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. And yeah, this time we are ready to give our final thoughts on Metaphor Refantazio. I just finished the game a couple of hours back. We just made it in time. 2024 is almost over, so we are ending 2024 with Metaphor Refantazio, and we are ready to begin 2025. So this will be the last video for 2024. So yeah, let's get right into it. So what do I think of Metaphor? Absolutely stunning game. I have some footage from my earlier live stream which I did when I finished the game, so I'll just play it in the background as I do this. So absolutely amazing game. Um, you could clearly tell like why this was a nominee for Game of the Year, right? Even though if it didn't win it, not that we were expecting Astrobot to win it, but we'll leave that aside. Astrobot is an amazing game, but I don't think it was Game of the Year material. So yeah, I mean like metaphor like what do you call this? Like Atlas like what's the term? Atlas like game, Persona like game. It is a JRPG, right? Turn based JRPG. Amazing story, amazing characters, amazing writing, good dialogue, and coming off, I started playing Metaphor right after finishing uh, Dragon Age: The Veil Guard, and just playing a game like this right after finishing Dragon Age: The Veil Guard, you could just appreciate the good work that they've done in this game, right? You could just appreciate the good work the devs have done in a game like this. Looking at all the shortcomings in Dragon Age, in terms of an RPG, oh my goodness, this is like a godsend. So in true, Atlas style fashion, it had an amazing story. It had amazing, Persona like archetypes, right? Good mechanics, good combat, good gameplay, good questing, right? Good side questing, good bonding mechanics, good stories for each of the characters, good quest lines for each of the side questings as well. At no point did it feel dull. I was like thoroughly engaged at every point except the grinding bit. The grinding for levels for archetypes can get a little bit tedious, but then but then again, when is grinding not tedious, right? So yeah, the game just felt absolutely amazing to play. It was just like watching like a season, like a 20 season long anime. I would have to say that the game is quite long if you are trying to complete all the questions and level your characters up to a point where it's easy to defeat all the bosses. So yeah, it felt like finishing a long season anime. Um, because there was just so much the story had, right? It had so much, a plot twist after plot twist after plot twist, revelation after revelation after revelation. There were so many moments as that I was at the edge of my seat. So yeah, it was just amazing. It's like watching, like I said, multiple season long anime. That's what I would say. So I would just say just a few things, right? Just two things kind of like bothered me, right? One was throughout. One thing I felt throughout, and the other thing was um at the very end of the game. So the first thing is Gallica, right? Now she's a support. She's like the your companion throughout the entire story, right? She's like she does a little bit of support work in combat, but which is at random. So I would have liked it. It feels like Futabu, right? Futabu in Persona 5. She also comes randomly and does some support stuff, right? To help your team. So I would have liked if they could have allowed us to like customize the way we would like to have used them in combat. Now, in terms of Gallica, she comes and randomly gives you a two like some extra turns in for your turn, uh, and and in certain battles, in certain specific battles, she does some extra stuff if you would like her to, right, to help you out. So I would have liked if you could like, kind of like play around with that mechanic, if they give you some sort of way to customize her abilities or something. Not that we want to use her as a combatant in the fight, but in a manner of speaking, how a support ability can be used, right? So you would have added another dimension to the combat. So that is one. And the second thing is at the very end, I'm not sure why did they do this. So we apparently, so after unlocking all the good archetypes, right, all the good archetypes, um, so in the final battle, we unlock the biggest archetype, right? The king archetype. We unlock the biggest archetype. But that all happens in a cinematic. That final bit where we unlock the biggest archetype and use it to kill the final boss and everything, it all happens in a cinematic, right? So what happens is we do the boss fight, right? We fight him as we normally do using our best archetypes, and then we get the better one in the cinematic, and then they just finish it off there. Um, why? Why did we not get to control that archetype, but you will not get to use it, right? I'm not sure if they'll allow you to use it in the new game plus or anything like that. I'm not sure because I've just finished the game, so I don't know if they let you do that later. But why not then and there, right? Just for one turn to do the final slash or whatever the final attack. But why? Because I was so excited when I saw that, when I saw the king archetype, uh, and yeah, and I couldn't control it. I was like, why did they not give it to us? So yeah, that was just the only two things which I kind of like found an issue with. I felt like it was just lost opportunity. But other than that, the game was amazing, right? There's nothing much else to say. It is definitely a 9 or a 10 out of 10 game, whatever you want to say. It is an amazing game. I felt, I feel like super a bit like frustrated now because I have nothing to play now, right? So I need to figure out another game to play. It was an amazing game to play. It had captivated my attention like throughout, because this is like one of those games where when you're done playing for the day, you can't wait to like get back on it and think you're thinking, okay, shit. It's like when you're watching a TV series, oh shit, what's gonna happen in the next episode or whatever, right? You can't wait to see what's gonna happen next. So it had a very engaging story. So yeah, I would recommend this to anyone who like enjoys proper very story driven RPGs or JRPGs. If you're interested in turn based combat, yeah, this is the game for you guys. Just play it and experience and enjoy it, right? So yeah, there you guys have it. Metaphor Refantazio done and dusted. What do you think about the future of this game? I'm not sure, right? So Atlas, they made the Persona game, so it's like the exact same. It's like different stories in the same universe and setting, but completely different and isolated stories, but with the whole Persona setting in the background. So I think they might do the exact same thing for Metaphor. We might get another Metaphor game with the exact same archetypes, but a completely different story unrelated to this. Or I don't know. They might give us I don't know, maybe a sequel, like just like they did Persona Strikers for Persona 5. They might do a sequel like that, but I'm not sure how they're going to play this. Atlas, it's very unpredictable how they try to plan out the games because if you remember Persona 5, we got Persona 5 Royale, which people thought was kind of like, because it was Persona 5 with some added storylines with an extra character and all that. So it was a question mark on, okay, whether this is the true story now. And then Persona 5 Strikers comes out as a sequel to the original Persona 5. So Persona 5 Royal was meaningless. So yeah, Atlas does this confusion type shift, right? So I'm not sure what else to expect from Metaphor, but yeah. So yeah, there you guys have it. Once again, if you guys have played Metaphor and finished it, how did you guys enjoy the? How did you guys like it? Did you guys enjoy it? What are your thoughts about it? And what are you expecting from Atlas next? And yeah, so happy New Year, everyone! Enjoy the rest of the holidays if you guys are, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next live stream or video. Till next time, then, bye bye.